I was gonna say currently the Haven on Fire map is up. So
Yeah, no. Don't worry about that because we're back to the main crew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Waters of the Deep. Back to the OG crew, the main characters, the high levels everybody likes playing. And I'm just making sure all my settings are good to go here. All right. So last week was part of the Golden Years crew, and Haven is still on fire, and they spent a couple days in between sessions kind of hiding out with the apologetic monks. And then the guards were going through the town yelling, "Everybody retreat to the mainland." So they decided to make their way that way, saving a couple villagers on the way. And then once they got there, they were kind of regrouping and figuring their life out. And one of the guards came up and said, "Hey, you guys save those people. Go save more people." So they went and saved more people, who happens to be the main farmer for Haven, and delivered them up to the castle of the High Tri, and that's where that left off. But with the main crew, we left off as the party was about to enter Merog's domain. Merog is a giant four-armed fiendish type who Pan challenged to single combat for the life of Yas, and almost lost his life in the process. And he stopped last second and said, "I will spare your life in exchange for a favor. Just show up at my house." So that is where they are showing up, and they got an invitation to meet the master at dawn as well. So yeah, I will give you guys the map here. And unlock some tokens. Well, change the visibility on some tokens. So you guys have been escorted through this large structure, which belongs to Merog, and brought to his throne room. There's not much beyond this room. Little slave cages and hallways mostly. So this room is the bulk of his domain. And as you enter, he is
wait a
lounged.
minute.
What?
I I hate to ruin the whole setup, but I thought we just walked out of the place we were.
I thought you were walking into this one.
Guys, help me here. What do we you guys remember?
I don't
Ex-
remember.
I don't
I
think
don't
we.
remember walking away. I remember walking out the door of the slate pit place.
Katie, you're muted.
No, you're not muted. You're just really quiet.
Because
No,
old
we can't
boy
hear
had
you.
old boy had
Sorry, I'm
slipped
sorry. I can't hear
slipped us a piece of paper with the address on it.
I don't know. Don't remember. We can still be at
Okay.
the other place. There's no issue with that.
I mean, if you want to fast forward us to this, and that's fine. But
Well,
I'm
did you
just
guys
saying that.
have anything else you wanted to do between there and here? Because it was getting kind of needed to head this way.
Um,
Katie, if you were talking, I can see your mouth moving, but I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I had to fuck with my audio
There you
settings
go.
because I had a Zoom meeting and it was all different.
Okay, there you go.
Let's get that nice new office space, though.
Yeah, for real.
Looks a little less cramped than the other one. Just
You
a
know,
little.
the room is smaller, but it's better. It's better set up in here.
Right on.
Help me, Katie. Where were we?
I don't
Okay,
know.
so
I know
let's
we
just.
made it out of the place. I don't know that if we had not gone anywhere, I don't think we had anything planned between.
Okay. Well, let's, for
So I
argument's
don't
sake,
remember.
we'll just say that you were walking out of we'll call it a harem for argument's sake, the slave shop / strip
Yeah.
club / harem. So yeah, you guys are standing on the street. You had just gotten the note that the master would see you at dawn. And you've got maybe an hour until dusk, which is when you need to be at Marog's anyway. So, did anybody have anything else they wanted to do in that time frame?
Were we just looking for a place to sleep? Was that maybe a conversation I think I remember having?
There was
Oh,
conversation about that. You guys were directed to taverns and to basically just walk until you found one.
That's right. And we found the wrong kind of tavern or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You did find a tavern.
Uh-huh.
Because you remember now, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys were sitting at the tavern. There was a pretty little tiefling girl talking to two of you, I don't remember who, asking if you wanted to watch my camera party.
Right.
That's right.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes. And
Brad, Becca, this is your fault for not being here last week. Now none of us remember where we left off.
I know. Sorry.
The note taker can't be absent.
Yes.
That's just how it is.
That is D&D law. So that is where you left off. So yeah, she just asked if we're gonna call it Pearl and Pan, the two of you, if you wanted to party a little bit. Jeremy, if you've been talking, you're muted. Just heads up.
It was Pan and Taddy,
Okay.
because Pan thought he was a partier, and has found out through the many names she was throwing at him that he is but a sweet summer babe.
Gotcha. Okay, so
He
Pan
told
and
them just to go to the shop outside where they sell weed legally.
yes, you had asked for some wizard leaf, and she's like,
Yes.
"Go get that across the street." Like,
Yeah.
Right, and Taddy was wanting to get some pixie powder or something.
There was fairy dust and pixie sparkles.
Mhm.
fairy
think.
dust,
Fa-
pixie powder,
Fairy dust. And I asked her if we could go talk about that in private.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she'll give you the old a private party. Don't mind if I do. Follow me, and she'll like take your hand and kind of do like the stripper carry, where she's got your hand over her shoulder as she leads you through the crowd towards the back of the tavern.
So everybody knows she's got a new John. Is that what it is? What the fuck?
Yeah, something like that. But when she gets to the door, there is a Cambion standing there, one of them large demon types, and she'll look at him and look at you and be like, "Well, you have to pay the man for the room."
How much?
It's 2 gold for a half an hour.
Oh. Yeah, that's all I need. That's fine. 2 gold. Not a problem.
That's all you need.
Does he get change for the unused time?
No, he does not. I don't know why I'm still in voice responding to that. You're not there.
It's fun.
It sounded really cool, though.
So you pay up the 2 gold, and he cracks the door. The tiefling slides it open, walks in. This is not a clean or professional establishment. It's literally just like shower curtains lining this hallway, and you can hear all sorts of strange,
Yeah. Okay.
provocative noises coming from behind them. She leads you to about halfway down the hallway and then ducks behind a curtain to the left.
Obviously, I'm gonna follow her in.
Okay. Beautiful. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
'21.
Beautiful. As you walk through the curtain, you get pinned up against the wall with a dagger to your throat. And you see the last bits of tiefling melt away as her shape changes into this white, almost spectral looking humanoid. And her voice, which was high pitched and perky, is now much more mellow and gender neutral. We don't get fairies here very often. What are you doing here?
My business.
Well, your business is my business when you enter my establishment. Coming in asking questions about the things that I sell. Pushes the blade. It's not hurting you, not cutting you yet, but pushes the blade just a little bit to remind you that it's there. So I'll ask again.
Yeah.
What are you doing in hell?
Give
Fine.
me, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
We're here to release a soul.
That's it. That's why
Yeah.
you came all this way. Through the
Yeah.
waves of fiends and undead, you want to save a soul.
Release. If we can save, yes.
Of all the idiotic reasons I've heard of people coming here, that is probably top of the list. This being retracts the dagger. Now that they're not all up in your face and you can inspect them properly, you recognize this as a changeling.
Okay.
Which is a race that you are familiar with from Haven.
Yeah.
Above table, are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who aren't, they're shape-shifting humanoids. It's a playable race in the Unearthed Arcana book. In case you were wondering.
Well-
As sheaths the dagger. So what do you need drugs for?
I don't need the drugs. I just wanted to get in contact with the person who sells the drugs.
Well, you found them. What do you need?
I don't need them. I'm perfectly capable of stopping whenever I want.
Hasn't even.
Alright, well, you found the drug man, so what do you want?
I'll reply in that language.
So
Clean it up. You know what I meant to say.
if
I
I
hope.
remember correctly, that's actually not a spoken language.
Well,
It's a written one. We'll
can anybody else read that?
Me.
No.
Okay.
We'll call it spoken for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
But
Is it
I'll
Steve's
ignore it since I'm not there.
Well, there's a purpose for me using the language, so that they realize I mean what I say.
He will respond. Katie, avert your eyes. AB conversation. What's up, Brad?
Can you
Yeah.
can you release Otis? See how long it lets me stay in before it kicks me out again.
Oh, that's right. Becca had him. Okay, there he is. Bear with it, everybody, while we have a private conversation.
Okay. Am I supposed to know what they're saying?
No, you're not even in the room, so even if you could read what we're typing back and forth, you wouldn't be
He
privy to
can.
this information.
She's part
Okay.
rogue.
Gotcha.
Does she get it when she multi-classes?
It's level 1.
Oh, no, that's not Pearl. Pearl's not part rogue. That's
Oh.
her Bree character is part rogue.
That's Bree.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just start talking now because I'm going to go back to common now that we've this
Okay.
from here on out. So, yeah, so no, I'm not doing anything here, but if there's any chance the guild could help me accomplish the goal,
Well, what kind of
we're looking to
help might you
we're
need?
looking to get into the the tower.
Well, to get in the tower requires permission. Even we cannot get in there.
All right, well, it was worth asking and checking in and making sure everything's all good.
Suppose. I mean, I don't know where you come from. I've never heard of the name of that city. I've never left this city. So, things are different. Understandably so, but no. Even we cannot get into the tower without permission.
All right. Okay, and there's no blowback if I follow through with our game plan. If there's no, yeah.
As long as you don't interfere with our business, I see not.
Is there anything I should be made aware of before I go about what I'm doing? When it comes to the tower and getting into it?
Hold on one
That way I
second.
don't?
Brad sent me an error file. Brad, that sounds like an issue with your internet. Because if it was mine, because I host the server, everybody would be having that issue.
I am going to shut down my computer and I'll be back.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you hardwired?
I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but I've never had an issue until last the last time we played.
Yeah, your router might be pinging, so it just brief moments where it drops connection, and it's just enough to kick you out the server.
All right.
That
Let
would be my
me-
guess. But it's not happening for Becca, so that leads.
I
me
am
to believe
hardwired though.
You're hardwired. Okay, so I mean, if you've got an extra Ethernet cable, I'd say just run it real quick.
I
That would be
don't.
my guess. Without being hands-on evaluating, I don't know for sure.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna restart my computer and I'll be back.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mike. What'd you say?
I just I asked if as long they said as long as we don't interfere with guild business. I asked if there's any guild business related to what I'm doing so that I don't trip over toes accidentally.
Oh, we don't deal with souls. Souls keep this place alive.
Okay.
We have nothing to do
Well,
with it.
That was one last thing. I have me and one of my members have curses we need to get rid of. Can you recommend a good place to go?
You don't come to hell to get rid of curses. You come to hell to get the curses.
Yeah, well, these are kind of stifling curses that are not helping.
It's not something anybody here can assist you with, unfortunately. None that make themselves known, at least.
Oh, well, somebody recommended a healer at a inn.
There are healers at inns, but they don't advertise for curse removal. It's counterproductive to the way our society functions.
Oh,
So while they may have the services, they're not aware, and I'm not aware of any of them.
damn it. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. So, all right. All right, we'll figure it out from there then. Well, thank you for your time.
You paid for a half an hour, and I have appearances. Sit down. You have to sit here for
okay.
at least a little while.
Okay.
And with that, we will
Agreed.
jump back out to the bar. What is everybody else doing?
I'm looking for a healer. I don't know what they look like here. I'm just gonna look for somebody that I think that might be a healer. I don't even know.
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass a key, changeling a gold piece. Thank you for the information.
Okay. Do, 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 do. You see. No. You see this small, fat, almost gnome-looking creature. I'll share a picture here. Hold on.
Okay.
One of these guys. And he has all sorts of like runic carvings into his arms and chest. And he's just kind of sitting in the corner. And you've noticed once or twice at least, somebody's come up to him, given him some coin. He's reached into his bag, pulled out a wrapped package, and handed it to him. And from what you've seen, this is your best bet at a healer dealer.
I'm gonna get close to him in a very discreet way.
Okay, so
And I'm gonna
make a stealth check if you're trying to be discreet. What are the fucking odds on double 20s?
because you wanted me to be discreet, and I'm pretty good at it.
Bro, don't mess with the Latina magic, homie.
Exactly.
That's how you get shanked.
Uh, with your newfound vampiricness, you find it oh so easy moving from shadow to shadow. And without even thinking about it, you're standing out of his eyesight, within earshot, and like 2 arms lengths away from him.
More or less, yeah. Like, I'm just gonna do a little small conversation without him realizing that I'm trying to get his attention. Kind of just sigh and be like, next to him, so difficult around here to find a healer. I don't understand.
So you're gonna have a conversation with yourself in the hopes that he overhears it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna jump out of his skin because he doesn't realize that you had snuck up on him.
Well, that's why I said I want to be really discreet about it. Like, I'm just a frustrated person that just happens to sit next to him and is gonna order a drink because I'm frustrated.
Okay. It takes a minute. You know, you have to kind of talk to yourself 3, 4 times in whatever variety you want.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he'll look over at you and Shill thinks you should shut up. Quit your bitching.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Excuse me?"
You heard Shill. Shill said shut up. Quit your bitching.
Who's that?
Shill. Me Shill. Shill says shut up.
Are you a healer? Can you help me?
Does Shill look like healer? Shill no heal.
Do you know somebody that can heal? Because apparently nobody does here.
No. Shill no heal. Shill have no need for heal.
What if I buy you a drink?
Buy Shill drink. Shill help as much as he can.
Does that mean leading me to one or giving me a name, or you can help me?
Shill will help as much as he can in exchange for drink.
I will buy a drink.
Go ahead and mark a gold. He drinks special shit. When the drink comes back, Shill will take the mug. Shill thanks you. Climb up onto the table and stand there. And even standing on the table, he's still not as tall as you standing regularly, Pearl. Yeah. Shill has announcement. Shill would like to know if anybody can heal.
Oh my god.
And the bar tavern doesn't even quiet down enough to listen. 1 or 2 people within, like, immediately adjacent, like, kind of glance over their shoulder at him and then go about their business. And Shill climbs down off the table, sits down and goes, Shill helped. Shill couldn't find any heal. Shill thanks again for drink. And takes a big swig out of it.
Shill's
Did
very
we-
discreet. I could have done that.
Did we
But
hear
thank
it?
you.
Previously stated, Silt was keeping an eye on the party. So I'm assuming you'd still be watching. Having been paying attention, you would have heard it, yeah.
Okay. I would go over there at that point before Pearl is done with her conversation and walking away, if that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm thanking him. Thank you for trying. Cheers.
Shill helps where coin and drink is involved.
And I would ask Shill to tell me about the runes. Ooh, that's ugly. On his body.
Shill doesn't know runes are markings.
So
Shill markings are from torture. Shill was once slave.
I would slide down into the booth and ask him to tell me what Shill does.
Shill deals.
What does Shill deal in?
Shill deals in whatever makes Shill money.
Does Shill deal in information about how to get into places?
If Shill has the information, what place do you inquire Shill about?
I get out a gold coin and slide it across first.
With one of his, he just like claws the top of it and slides it towards himself. He goes, Shill is listening.
The torture tower, or whatever we decided that the name was. I don't know.
Yeah, the torture tower.
The torture tower. Shill has no information there. Best of Shill's knowledge must have permission to enter. Highly protected.
Oh, okay. I would accept that and ask Shill if he thought he had any information that travelers from outside of hell might find useful here.
He will kind of stare at you for a second and then tap his finger on the gold coin.
I'll wait 2 seconds and I'd slide him another one.
He'll reach up and slide it back just like he did the first one. Shill recommends finding secure place to sleep. Outside souls are valuable. Shill recommends not getting caught on the street at night.
I would nod and say, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. And
You're
I'd walk back to the bar.
Shill greets you a good evening as well.
It doesn't seem so bad here.
Just as you turn to go back to the bar, Silk Taddy comes walking out of the back room with the cute little tiefling right behind him, kind of readjusting her brassiere and cloth bottom, making it look like it was a
Something happened.
time. Yeah. And as soon as they walk out the door, she like button hooks and veers along the wall. Kind of like a I'm done with that, John, on to the next one type scenario.
Yeah.
I'd shoot Taddy a raised eyebrow look, but I mean, whatever. Taddy's business.
I'd just shrug. Kind of tip my head a little bit.
Well, I would tell people once everybody got back to the bar that we need to find a safe place to sleep, unless we're staying up all night.
No, we need to sleep. Let's sleep. Sleep is good.
Friendly reminder, Pan has to go to Marog's at dusk.
Dusk. I thought it was dawn.
No, the tower invitation is for dawn. Marog's is for dusk.
Okay, very good. Well, then I would have amended that to say that wherever we are tonight, it better be safe, because we have brands on our foreheads that we are more valuable for snatching.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find an inn on our way to meet the guy for Pan.
Well, maybe the guy can recommend a good hotel for us.
Yeah.
maybe his favor is he just hasn't had a sleepover in a while, and he was really hoping for.
Ooh, pillow fight.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good pillow fight?
See, especially when you're that big with that many like sharp.
Right?
Bits.
That's almost cheating.
So what's your guys' plan?
How close are we to dusk now?
Pretty close. Within an hour or so.
They look like they're related. Well, I'd say that we start working that way, taking note of what's along the way carefully.
Is that the plan consensus?
Yeah.
So you all finish your drinks and make your way for the door. And as you are all filing out, Pearl, you're the last one to walk out, and this giant clawed hand blocks your way. And you look up, and you can see the head of this large frog-like creature wearing a large cloak and kind of leans in. Heard you were looking for a healer.
Yes.
I know I picked a frog. I didn't think about it, Pam. I'm sorry. Pam has
You
an actual
thought about it,
phobia
but
of
it's okay.
frogs.
Oh no!
I closed it as soon as I saw it.
Go. And he kind of pulls his cape back a little bit, and you can see inside the cape there's probably 20 or 30 different vials on the inside of his cape. And what kind of healing are you looking for?
For curses.
Let me see. Curses. As he's like going down through his cape, he goes, "Oh, none of these bottles are gonna do it. Let me see." And he pulls open the other side of his cape, and you can see he's got rolls of parchment inside separate pocket, and he's takes one out and opens it just a little bit and puts it back. Well, I got. Here we go. I got a scroll of lesser restoration and nope. 3 scrolls of lesser restoration and 1 scroll of greater restoration. Those are supposed to be real nice for curses.
How much?
Oh, the lessers will run you 300 gold apiece, and the greater will run you about 3,000 gold.
Jesus. Where can I find you?
Around.
Am I the only one that feels like this frog is about 3 seconds from saying there's another way we can work this out?
Thought about it, but I didn't want to go down that road.
He just sounds creepy
Yeah.
as hell. Like this dude
It's
has
very-
a van somewhere.
Is there any other way?
Well, yeah. You could, actually pay me.
Pay you?
Yeah. Like, with gold.
How much?
3,000 for the greater and 300 for the lesser.
Okay. Let me go get my friends. And where will you be? Where can I find you?
Around. I'll be here
You keep
for a
saying
little
that.
while, but I can't promise I'll stay here. Hi, the puppy. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope I can find you later.
Yeah, I got a potion here that'll make warts disappear if you're interested.
I don't have any of that, but thank you very much. Not that I know.
No, but I do, and it'll make for a real nice evening if you want to come back.
I will keep you updated. You're so kind. Fake flirting over here, Pearl.
Kind of wraps his cloak back around himself and goes back to leaning by the door. Just, don't take too long.
I won't.
Yes, they can if you are a wizard and have a spell book. And it has to be a wizard spell.
Okay.
And then I go find everybody else and tell them my beautiful.
I take that back. Hold on. You don't have to be
Okay.
a wizard to do that, Katie. But you
Mhm.
have to succeed on an Arcana check where the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, and the spell has to be a wizard spell. Which neither of those are.
Okie dokie.
That being said, because I think I know the direction you were going there, if you copy the scroll into the book, you can copy from the book onto a scroll for infinite uses. And it doesn't destroy the book in the process. It destroys the scroll putting it into the book, but it doesn't destroy the book putting it onto a scroll. If that
Okay,
makes sense.
so there's no rental of scrolls in this instance.
But you have to pass that Arcana check, otherwise the scroll gets destroyed.
Okay.
And just to let you know, Pan does have a +9 to Arcana and a
Well,
spell
that's-
book.
That's find some wizard spells and start
I was gonna say,
building our collection.
artificers should be fluent in magic.
Artificers
put it
use the
on
wizard
things.
spell list, but they're half casters, so they don't get full access all the way up to the highest levels.
Yeah,
Right.
technically artificers are like they're like a third wizard, a third cleric, and a third some other weird thing.
Yeah.
Because I can cast cure light wounds, restoration.
I almost want to say druid, because you get like heat metal and stuff like that. Like some of those alterational type spells.
I could see that. Yeah, that I could buy that.
All right, so Pearl has caught up to you guys and informed you that she was verbally molested by a giant toad, which offered her the scrolls.
Which are not wizard spells, by the way.
No, they're not.
I
mean-
don't think
If Otis was there, when she tells me about the scrolls, he would say there's no need because those are things that he can do. Sorry if I've been quiet. I'm trying to deal with this connection issue. with my game.
Yeah. computers.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I figured too, because heck, even 300 gold, it's a lot of money just to have a potion or something that he's probably going to give me.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Odie, but haven't you already tried remove curse and it didn't do anything to these?
Yes.
I believe we did.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
and
cast
if I'm
greater
not-
restoration?
No, wait a minute. Now, he tried to cast Lesser Restoration, and funky shit happened.
Funky
He
shit happened.
Did try a remove curse, but he hasn't been in a situation to know whether or not the curse got removed.
Yeah. I will put this out above table, so nobody realizes this, but I think it has something to do with the curse, is fucking with his decurse magic.
Well, it did like immediately go off right after he cast it.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of assuming that it's still there. Or it was just the curse last death rattle. Maybe.
I don't know.
Anyways, so yeah, well, yeah. So we know that we can get the scrolls that'll fix our issues, but they're going to be pricey.
That is a
We
lot of
lost Becca.
cash.
I think they're resetting the router.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because we lost them.
So
Okay.
Teddy's vote's going to be to just continue on and go talk to the guy that for Pan, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I think their internet went out. Please hold. Okay. So now you guys make your way to
do that.
Merog's throne. You are invited in. You are expected. As you enter, you see little quasites running around from cage to cage. Imps fluttering around. These giant wasp-looking things, two of them, just kind of hanging out on the wall near the ceiling. And Merog sitting in his throne across the room. As you enter in, he's kind of slouched in, but as you enter, he goes, "Ah, good. You came. Now I won't have to hunt you down and waste more time."
Of course, I came to see my new best friend.
Yes, whatever. This is a business arrangement. In exchange for your soul. Do step forward.
I'll walk up towards him. Is that the map we're on now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go.
As you get up in front of him, is a query, if I may. Your little companion there. Did you construct him yourself, or did you find him?
Oh no, I made him myself.
Wonderful. I thought as much. Well, are you ready for the deal of your soul?
Sure.
It's quite simple. He kind of reaches behind him and pulls out a roll of parchment and tosses it to you. It's a rather rudimentary device. I assumed that you made your little companion, so you should be more than capable of constructing this by dawn.
I'm sorry, you want me to make this?
Yes.
And what am I holding here looking at? What,
Make
schematic for what?
Make an insight check.
Insight check. I think I'm...
Maybe not insight. Hold on.
tinkering?
No. Call it just a straight intelligence check. Insight was a good call, but it's wisdom based. And this is schematic.
Hey, hell yeah. There's our Pan. Smart little guy.
To the best of your comprehension of these blueprints, It is a small concealable device capable of reading souls, would be the best way to describe it. Like, it doesn't interfere with souls in any way. It just kind of like creates a magical it's like when you send a message in real life. If you send a message, your IP address is tagged to that message, so they know where they can figure out where the message came from. It's kind of like that. It just like pings everybody's soul IP address as they come within a certain proximity of it.
Those smart glasses with facial rec, but soul recognition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Assuming you have all the parts I need.
Oh, yes. They're all right here. And you look over your shoulder, and this imp is like struggling to fly this bag over, which he drops right next to you and then flutters back.
I'm gonna dig around in it, make sure he's correct and that everything I will need is in there.
It would appear so. Aside from like crafting tools in a forge, which you have.
See. Okay. But I get to make a copy of these schematics for my own use.
You can keep those schematics. They are a copy.
Perfect. We have ourselves a deal. In here, or do you have a special crafting room?
There is one more thing. It has been brought to my attention that you have an invitation from the Master at dawn. I need you to take the device and just place it near his front door so that it will recognize anybody who comes and goes to see him.
Okay, I see absolutely no problems with this.
Good. You may perform right in the center of my ritual spot, just behind you. It kind of cozies into the chair, and one of the quasites runs over with a giant goblet full of something, which he snatches. I hope you don't have performance issues, because I'm going to watch every second of this.
I'm gonna do a really awkward wink at him. I have no idea what that means. Then I'm gonna pull out my my forge.
Okay.
And my tinker tools. Is this going to be like an all-night?
By your best guess, it's gonna take you 5 or 6 hours.
Okay. Well, then me and Sir Waddles and my mage hands are gonna get on that.
Okay.
That I do have my right tool for the job, so if I need to make something.
Nope, there's not going to be any checks for this. It's completely story related, so no checks. It's just going to take time. And you got to have it done by dawn, so there's no delaying the process. Unless
All right.
you want to try and delay the process, that's entirely up to you.
That doesn't seem wise. I've already gotten much luckier than I have any right to expect. I will send every 20 minutes that imp for a double cocaine espresso.
Okay. Yeah, every time you send him, he comes back with basically just a shot glass of blood with like an 1/8 inch of cocaine on the top of it.
Oh my.
I'm okay with that.
Um,
Mostly because I'm assuming he has no idea what cocaine really is.
Yeah, so that's going to be the question mark there. Roll a con save. If you consume it, roll a con save. What's everyone else doing?
Not great.
We'll see what happens.
I guess I'd have the balls to come up, not step in his special circle, and ask if we can make ourselves comfortable.
Just don't interfere, unless you want your friend's soul to become mine.
I'd come over here by this cozy brazier. I'd also telepathy to Pan if he needs anything. Let us know.
So, what did we actually decide that the cocaine coffee was called?
Mud sludge.
But
Mud sludge, right? Yeah.
If it has
I
cocaine
will-
in it, I'm dubbing it a mudslide.
Okay.
Mud sludge
Okay.
is coffee.
Yeah. Cocaine mud sludge. Oh, mudslide. Yeah, that works.
Yes, actually, if you could find somebody that can make a good mud sludge, that would be really awesome. Because what this dude keeps bringing me is some really nasty shit. I mean, like, I'm trying to be nice, but holy crap, this dude needs to work on this.
okay. He says to the cat who doesn't understand what coffee is, but I will nod and see if I can go talk to this guy since he's sitting there. I'm going to start describing like a bitter. So I did taste it, so I know what it tastes like. I'm going to start describing a mud sludge. And not expect much back.
You will hear a voice in your head.
I will go back to where I was sitting and tell Pan, there's only blood and drugs here. I will start rifling through my backpack to see if I can find anything. Pan.
Does explain why it's so awful.
Is anybody else doing anything?
Daddy's gonna ask if we gotta be here for a while. Do you got a room we can crash in?
Did he say half an hour?
It's gonna take Pan like the better part of 6 hours to finish this
Oh, God.
project. Mara,
Yeah,
though, will gesture to the far side of the room. You can rest next to my other visitors. And as you look over, it is mostly decomposed corpses.
Oh God.
Unless you'd prefer a cell for my souls. believe we have one or two available at the moment.
What
I
time is
mean,
What was that, Pam?
what time is it?
It's nighttime.
So it's like sleep time.
Yeah, it's sunset, so now
Oh,
would be
okay.
an
We'll be
appropriate time to sleep if you wanted.
okay.
yeah.
We'll be here till tomorrow ish morning.
No, Pan will be here till tomorrow. It's at your
Well,
guys' discretion if you're all staying or splitting the party.
we're not splitting the party. Don't be saying those
Learned
things that
that
you know
lesson,
better.
didn't you, Pam?
Nobody splitting nobody. So if he's gonna be here until tomorrow morning, we might as well. Yeah, crash. Because I was gonna say if it's only a couple hours, but no, never mind.
Is there anything in a one ration that is like something bitter that could be soaked in water?
So the rations don't clarify what's in them. When I think of like medieval rations, I think like this is a piece of cloth with a single meal's worth of bread, meat, and cheese.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
I think of, but it doesn't clarify.
I picture World War II MREs with the cigarette and everything.
I mean, I will make you cigarette tea if there's cigarettes in the rations.
Oh, it does clarify. I apologize. Includes jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts.
Ooh, nuts.
All right, so I'm gonna set up myself here. I'm gonna get some nuts from my rations and toast the shit out of them
Okay.
because burned food is bitter. And then after that happens, I'm going to work on steeping them in some hot water. And I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to be here for a while, and Pan would like some not blood. So I'm going to do my best.
Basically,
Maybe-
you're making a mixed nut tea.
Yes.
Coffee. tea.
Toasted.
Okay. Yeah. Make a intelligence check for me, so.
Wait.
You have many years of experience making catnip tea.
Mhm.
And you kind of follow the same principles, which is basically the same way you make coffee, just grinding instead of steeping. And you have a drinkable nut coffee. It's not great. It's not great at all, but it's drinkable.
Okay, I taste it first, and if I'd add a little touch of honey. I have some honey in my.
It's like it's like your grandma went to put just a sprinkle of nutmeg on your hot cocoa, but her cerebral palsy got the best of her, and there's a lot of nutmeg on that bitch.
Okay, that's. I'd take it over to
It's
Pam
just
and say, "Look,
very
this is
nutty.
this is the best I could do with what I had. I know it's not mud sludge, but it's better than that." And I'd point to the cup that he had. I presume.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I'm gonna pour what's left of the cocaine blood into the nut sludge and stir that together and drink it.
Okay. Make another con save.
Con. Better, I guess.
It definitely goes down a little easier, probably because it's now diluted blood. But yeah,
Do you guys have like an anemic around here? Could I get some blood light?
they all kind of look at each other, very confused, like blood or no blood. I don't know what you want.
Plasma?
What's plasma? Anyone else up to anything for the evening?
No.
Just sleep.
You all kind of pick your comfortable or least uncomfortable spot. Yes hangs out next to you, Silt. Because about 2 hours into this process, as you're starting to kind of drift, you feel that little pop of a spell ending, and not a second later, no more ships. And if you ever do that to me again, Silt, I swear I will sue you for a year's wages and leave your crew. Are we understood?
I'll just look at her. Give her
Sorry.
a good hard stare.
Are we understood, Captain? Admiral? Ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Good night. I'm surprised I remembered you did that, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
For those who missed out, Yas was ranting about being left on the ship and then all the shit that followed and almost being sold as a soul to Marog, which is how we ended up here. And she was bitching about it, and Silt didn't want to deal with it, so cast suggestion and told her not to talk about it for 8 hours.
Sounds about right.
Sometimes
Not to talk at
Band-Aids
all for
are
8 hours. So, yeah. All right. The next 6 hours go by slowly. The methodical clanking of Pan hard at work with his forge and his tinker's tools, his little etchings doing his chaotic runes into the small device. Very meticulous work for how small it is. Takes you a little longer than 6 hours, probably closer to 7. When you're finally confident that it is done, and as you hold it in your hand, it fills your palm. It's this little oval-shaped thing.
Were there any materials that he was using that were unrecognizable stuff?
No, they're all pretty common.
Okay.
And anything extra is directly in my bag of holding.
There was nothing extra.
Cheap
It was
motherfucker.
he gave
Handed you
you
the
exactly
IKEA set and-
what you needed. Yeah, an IKEA set of fuckery. You're standing there with the little thing in your hand, Pan. Shut up, Mike.
Not again.
That's what she said.
That was the only one. God damn it.
Hey, buddy.
No.
I finished it.
Good. Let me see. And he holds out one of his smaller, lower arms.
No. Walk up, place it in his hand.
One of his big hands picks it up between two of his claws and holds it up, inspects it, and then breathes on it. Just. And as he does, you see the runes start to glow, and they hold their luminosity for a second before fading. And he reaches down and hands and places it back in your hand. It is ready. Just make sure you put it somewhere it cannot be found.
Okay.
Well, that is all. Please leave my home. And don't fuck
there-
up. The contract is not complete until you place it. Good. So,
As they're finishing up, I'd walk up and tell Merog, what do you call
Merog.
him? Merog, what a pleasure it has been, his hospitality, and if he ever finds himself in Haven, that he can look up Silt, and we'd be happy to. I'd be happy to
I
help him
only
out if he
leave the
needed
city
anything.
when I am called upon for war, so if I ever find my way to this haven you hail from, we will meet, but it will be on the battlefield.
I'll shrug and say, nevertheless, and leave. Turn to go.
Pan, anything else from you?
Me?
No, Pan. Pan of War.
Oh,
I am going to look him straight in the eye.
okay.
Here we go.
I'm going to say thank you. And I just want you to know, if you do ever come to bring war to Haven, I will be much stronger, and I will craft a magic codpiece to stuff your soul into, because I respect you that much.
Okay.
I feel like I should be offended, but at the same time, the fact that you would put effort into my containment means you find me a worthy adversary. He
Absolutely.
reaches down and puts one of his big hands on your shoulder, which literally covers your entire torso. He goes, I will see you on the battlefield one day. Now go complete the contract. You're boring me. And he lounges back into his chair a little more.
Okay, if you guys are ready, we should probably get out of here before I say something even dumber.
Anybody got anything else before you leave?
Yeah.
All right. You guys walk out of Mayrog's throne, for all intenses, throne room. Exit the building. You're out on the streets. The sun isn't up yet, but the light from the sun is just starting to sprinkle the rooftops of the buildings. That being said, anybody who did choose to sleep would get a long rest. So did anybody not sleep through that process? Aside from Pan.
Oh no, I slept.
Everybody slept except for Pan.
Yep.
Yep.
Seems like a safe enough place.
Okay. You are all long rested with the exception of Pan of War. Step out on the streets. It is a new day. And dawn fast approaching.
I'm going to hand that item I just crafted to Taddy.
It's your toy. What do you want to do
Yeah,
with it?
but I feel like you will be much better at hiding it somewhere unnoticed than I will.
Oh, I mean, there's always God's pocket, buddy. I mean, maybe under the flipper of Sir Waddles. I mean,
No, we have to hide this at the entrance to the master's place.
oh
And-
yeah,
and-
that's right. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't. We're not smuggling cocaine here.
well, I mean, I just
We're
you know,
planting evidence.
gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, I can help you with that. Not a problem.
I
Uh,
appreciate that.
Jeremy, make a wisdom saving throw.
I feel like this has something to do with all the cocaine.
You go to hand the little amulet device to Taddy, and Taddy grabs onto it, and you can't let go of it.
Oh, there's no way this will come back to bite me in the ass later.
I think you're muted, Mike.
You gotta let go, Pan.
You would think so. You really would. Apparently never mind. He wants to make sure that I take care of it myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. We'll get there. I'll look around. I'll look for a good spot. I'll let you know, and we'll work on it together. How about that?
I appreciate that. Thank you, Taddy.
Uh-huh. But you're gonna have to take the glue off.
Yeah, I am gonna check my hand just to make sure I didn't actually glue that or something.
Yeah, no, so Taddy lets go, and you transfer it to your other hand and look at the hand you were holding it with, and like rub your fingers and nothing. You just, it wasn't stuck to you, you just couldn't bring yourself to let go of it.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Really hope that is not going to be an issue when I go to plant it.
Hmm. Guess we'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
What's
So I
the
guess
plan?
we're off.
Heading to the tower, or are you going somewhere else first?
Well. Oh wait. There was one thing I forgot. I wanted to ask the big guy.
What's up? We'll retcon it.
Yeah. Does he know anything about people in town that can remove curses?
He will basically the same response you've been getting is people come to hell to get curses, not to remove them.
Yeah. I've been through that, but I mean, I figure if somebody can douse them out, somebody might be able to get rid of them, or take them and keep them for themselves. Maybe you give to somebody else. I don't know.
He will inform you. Give me 1 second here.
I mean, nobody keeps venomous snakes without having an antidote around.
Right.
He will inform you of a tavern on the east side, near the east gate of hell, called the Fiend's Flask, and tell you to ask for the owner. But be prepared to pay a price.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Yeah, that, and then back to leaving, I guess.
Okay. Yep. And then
See,
you've
Taddy, he tries to act all big and bad, but he's a softie. I can tell.
All right. Well, so I guess the question of the day is, where are we in reference to these two places?
So you are actually just west of the tower at this point.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
like a 15-minute walk from the tower.
All right. And how far away is this east side gate?
A little over an hour's walk.
Mm. Well, I mean, I would suggest to the group that in case we get into any kind of trouble, I'm thinking me and Odie need to be at a game, and we're not exactly at a game if we're dealing with curses.
I will gently
So,
remind the note said be at the tower at dawn, and the sun
Yeah.
is going to start coming down the building sides here pretty quick.
oh, okay. Well then, never mind.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, wasn't Odie supposed to be at the tower? Sorry, I've been trying
No, it's
to
okay.
log in, so I haven't looked at any of my shit.
Okay, well, no, I guess it's to the tower, and we'll make do with what we got.
I mean, we don't all have to go to the tower.
Huh? Wait, do it like the TikTok guy.
Yeah, but how are, if we split up, how are those who don't go
Huh?
going to be able to get in if we don't have, if we're not with the one who has the pass?
There.
Mm.
So I'm
Consider-
thinking we should just go. Let's just go. Never mind. We'll try and hit it on the way out if we're not running for our lives.
All right, let's go.
So to the tower.
To the tower we go.
15-minute walk to the tower. You approach one of the many gates that surround it. So the layout, if you recall, it's a tall spire that starts maybe 100 feet below ground level. And in that 100-foot pit is where you can see all the souls being tortured. And then there's a bunch of arched walkways leading from the gates to the tower that walk over the torture pit. If that paints a good picture in everybody's head. But you stand in front of the gate. You don't... Like, there's no guards or anything. Just the sound of tortured scrolls and people going about their business.
I forget, DM. Did I get a letter for that? Is that what I had?
Yeah, it was a little handwritten note.
Okay. I will bang on the door then. Like a loud bang.
Nothing happens.
Is it actually dawn yet?
The sun is just starting to creep the horizon, you would think, based on you can see sunlight hitting the top of the tower, as well as some
Oh
of
shit!
the other buildings.
You need one of those.
Oh, yeah. Good thing it wasn't a 1. Today's not the day for that.
Day's not the day. No.
I guess after a short period of time, Otis would bang on it again.
Still nothing.
Anna's looking for a good place to stick that item.
We're not inside, but if I see you looking around.
You know, where you're at now, it's like standing outside the White House. It's just metal piped fencing, basically.
Oh, so he wants it like in the entryway, but we haven't even got onto the property
So
yet.
he specified he wants it the door to the master's throne room, like around that
Oh.
area, so he can keep track of who actually goes in to see the master.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you now.
I might not have clarified that very well. Probably my bad.
I thought you had said like the front door, but it's probably I was, I was on cocaine at the time, so
So it's just a gate, right? It's not actually a door.
No, it's a gate. You can see through it.
Then I'll push on the gate and see if we can go in.
Doesn't budge.
Can you
Pull
pull
it?
it open?
I was just gonna say, pull it.
Still doesn't budge.
Why don't you use that booming voice of yours and yell at him?
I will cast Thaumaturgy and yell, "Hello!"
Behind you, you hear a woman's voice. Hey, keep it down! Some of us are still sleeping over here! You look and you can see a tiefling with her head poking out of one of the second floor windows.
nobody gives a fuck.
I give a fuck! I'm the one trying to sleep! Keep it down!
It's possible Pan is a angry drug user.
Should have stuck to the mellow shit, bro.
Someone had hallucinogenic mushrooms from Gal.
That's true. In fact, the last time I cooked, everybody had some hallucinogenic mushrooms from Gal.
Are we at the right door? At the right gate?
So Brad's not here, but the note just says, be at the gate to the tower at sunrise, at dawn.
Oh, well, if it just says be at the gate, then we are at the gate.
Yeah, we'll sit here and wait.
We did what we were supposed to do. Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Brad just dropped out. We kind of need him here for this part.
Oh, his computer just shit out completely.
I'll see if he can come over and use mine.
Yeah, dude, like we did last time.
Yep.
I'll make sure Odessa's released. You guys do, while we're waiting for Brad, get to witness the awakening hustle and bustle of the city of hell. Seems a lot like Haven. Just a lot scarier. But tieflings, fiends, even a few undead are waking up, getting their things together, like carts of goods or whatever, and going on to wherever they need to go for the day. Vendors are starting to open. Yeah, go ahead.
You've said that a few times. It's kind of like Haven or some normal place, only a little scarier. And all I can think of is Halloween Town.
Yeah. Nope. That is a good reference. I love that movie, and I hate myself for not thinking of that.
It is an awesome movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm sorry, guys. My computer completely just shit out on me completely.
It's all good, buddy.
Now we know where the problem lies.
One of the
No,
glories
not-
of playing
it-
online is technically.
Yeah, it wasn't the computer itself. It was whatever's going on with my internet on the computer is just completely shit out.
I think you need to drill some holes in walls and get hardwired.
Uh,
100%.
That's the first thing I did when we moved into this place. I drilled a hole through my closet wall so I could run the Ethernet cable.
okay, I'm sorry. I completely missed everything after I yelled hello.
I was just kind of. Oh, after you yelled hello, some old tiefling lady did the Italian thing, the "Hey, shut up! Some of us are trying to sleep still" thing. To which Pan responded, "Hey, fuck you. Nobody cares." And she's like, "I fucking care. I'm fucking sleeping here." And then you all kind of looked around and saw that this place is a lot like Haven, just with fiends and undead and yeah, scarier. And Mike made the reference of it's Halloween Town essentially, which is accurate.
And I asked if we were at the right gate, and the DM reminded us that the note said just be at the gate at dawn. So we decided we're just going to stand here and wait.
I guess that's what we'll do.
Odes, where is that note, by the way?
I don't know.
Like, did you put it in your pocket? Did you put it in your bag?
It should be in my bag. It's where I usually put stuff.
Okay. Well, wherever you put it, as the sun rises and creeps down the side of the tower, it eventually creaks through a street and the sunlight starts hitting you. And the second it does, wherever you put that note, you start feeling an intense heat come from that location. Like something is burning.
Boy, I sure hope you're not using a cod piece pouch.
My biscuits are burning. My biscuits are burning.
Oh god.
I have a feeling that knowing Otis, it's probably in his bag. Excuse me. In his bag. So if that's the case, he would probably take his bag off and like the way I envision it is that he's sitting somewhere near the fence. He'd probably throw it against the fence. His bag.
Can I ask a very silly question?
1 second. So you're just throwing your bag against the fence, the whole bag?
Yeah, because it's like his
Like a
bag
fuck
just
it
all of
off
a
me
sudden.
kind of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
his bag just started burning, so he's like, "Fuck this,"
Okay.
and just throws it.
Um,
And he's like looking at it like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
You know, waiting to see if it's gonna burst into flames.
Now hold on. Pearl, what's your question?
Am I like burning in flames 24/7 since we're in hell?
No.
After seeing Odie do that, Taddy's going to start backing up. Like,
Okay.
backing up
Hold
away
on.
from Odie.
Before
and
we-
he's going to...
Before we proceed, let me clarify for Pearl, because she's asking a cosmetic question. It's not like a fiery pit. It's like a lava field. So it's brimstone and ash and the occasional river of lava, but there's not like active flames everywhere. Does that make sense, Pam?
No, that's fine. I was just wondering because of the whole situation burning. I just figured we were
Okay.
like, well, hell, it's supposed to be hot. We're supposed to be sweating all the time. So is
No,
that
it
what we're
is.
looking?
It is excessively hot here, especially compared to what you guys are used to.
But not like burning.
It's
like
not.
what?
Yeah, it's like.
A sauna?
Yeah, without the humidity, yes.
Got it. Dry sauna. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
It's
just a
like
thought.
10, 15 degrees hotter than being in a desert.
Got it.
Like 100,
Thank you.
140, 130 degrees.
Yeah, it's still hot as hell, but not like we're burning. Like it's not unbearable for us
Yeah,
to be there.
It's
Got
not
it.
going to immediately kill you as long as you stay hydrated, basically. You're just going to wish you were dead after enough time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna jump into a river of lava anytime soon. Okay, no, that's all.
Okay.
Just a thought.
So, Odie, you toss your bag against the fence. Taddy, what did you say you're doing? Stepping away?
Yeah, I'm going to start backing away from OD, going, isn't that a bag of holding? What the fuck did you put in there? Because Taddy knows what happens to bag of holdings when they go bad.
Did you put it in a bag of holding, Odess?
I did not put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, just clarifying because I know you had one.
Where is your bag of holding?
It's in the bag.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And this is why Taddy's backing up, going, what the fuck?
The bag was hot. What the fuck?
As you look at your bag, the one compartment that you had shoved that note into begins smoking. Not a lot, just little puffs of smoke start coming out of it.
Otis is going to use his trident and the butt of his trident and open up that pouch.
You open it. Takes a little doing. Not something you're exactly practiced in. But you get it open. And inside, looking into the pocket, you can see that piece of parchment kind of shoved in there. And it's like when you take a lighter and hit the edge of a piece of paper, but the paper doesn't quite catch, and it's just kind of like it's burning, but it's not flaming.
Smoldering.
Yeah, smoldering.
Okay. I mean, seeing that, he's gonna reach in and try to carefully pull it out.
Yeah, no issues. Fingertips pulling it out. You're able to get it out, and the edges smolder. And as soon as you pull it out and it's exposed to the sun, it bursts like flash paper. And is gone.
Well, seems like we just got played.
Panawar, Pearl, Silt, and Taddy. Out of the corner of your eye, your peripheral vision, as soon as that sheet of paper had burst, you notice that the gate is still there, but is less corporeal than it was a moment ago.
Looks
Yeah,
like
so-
that's our invitation.
Yeah, Taddy's going to go, something's going on there.
Drawing attention to it, everybody looks. The gate is like the silhouette of the gate is still there, but it's like the gate is gone.
Well, come on, Odie.
Maybe we didn't get played. Odie's gonna walk through.
You pass through the gate without any issue.
He's going to.
Because I'm a nice DM, did you pick up your bag before you walked through the gate?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Just making sure.
Of course.
Taddy's going to walk with Panawar. Just tell him, stick close, bud, and we'll figure this out.
Is everybody going through?
Yep.
Mhm.
So you all pass through the corporeal gate. When the last of you passes through, you glance back, and the gate is no longer corporeal. It's back how it was, solid. Some of the passerbys have stopped and are whispering amongst each other while staring at you. You turn and continue your way across the arched walkway towards the tower. Probably takes you a solid 5 minutes to walk across this archway. Decent little walk. But eventually, you arrive at the end of it. You look up, the tower standing hundreds of feet above you, the tip of it. And in front of you lies two heavy wooden doors, one of them with a large knocker on it.
Pick up the knocker and let it fall against the door.
As you reach for the knocker, the door moans as it opens under its own weight.
I will step inside.
Is
Yeah, let's
everybody-
go.
I think we're all going to follow.
Anybody not going? Okay. You step inside, the door moaning closed behind you with a loud, I don't want to say bang because it's not like banging shut. It's just a loud noise because of the sheer size and weight of the door shutting behind you. You stand in a large, empty chamber. Beautiful black marble tiled floor. And as you look up, you can see that the tower is hollow, save for a large spiraling staircase circling all the way to the top of it. Adjacent to the base of the staircase is another set of reinforced doors, slightly smaller than the ones you walked in to get into the tower.
So, if I recall that correctly, it's a large open room with smaller doors at the base of the.
There's one smaller door. It's still big by your guys' standard, but smaller than the main doors to the tower. And then right next to that is the start of the spiral staircase that goes all the way to the top of the tower.
Got it. Well, I would say at this point, seeing as we're inside now, I would start off by saying hello.
Your voice echoes up the tower. There's no response.
At this point, Otis is like, he's getting, I don't want to say irritated, but he's like annoyed. They told him to be here. He's here. There's nobody here. So again, he's going to say the same thing, but this time with thaumaturgy and make it boom. See if he can piss off another Italian lady.
Your voice booms up the tower. Hello, hello, hello. A moment passes. As you listen intently for any type of response, you note that you can't hear the screams of the torture going on outside. About 30 seconds passes, and you all hear a voice in your head. It just says, climb.
Okie dokie.
I'm guessing Taddy's right behind me, right?
I mean, I'm next to Pan behind you.
No. I would look at whoever's behind me and say, I guess they want us to climb. And start walking up the staircase. I mean, Is there any like religious symbols on the wall or anything like that?
No, it's very much like Saruman's tower in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
There's no trophies, there's no demonic figures. It's just black marble, very beautiful black marble, very finely crafted into this tower, and it's very geometric. Like, there aren't any soft edges, it's all crisp corners.
Mm-hmm. I will start walking the staircase then.
Okay. Anybody got anything else?
Going up.
Okay. The next hour or so of your lives is climbing the tower. By the time you reach the top, tired, legs hurt, you've drank all of your water, but you finally get to the top, where in front of you stands two solid brass doors, each with as best you can tell, the hand-carved statue holding a brazier, like in prayer hands, if that makes sense, like hands out like this, holding a brazier, and each door has its own statue on it holding one of those, and there's just a small flame in each door.
Oh. I will try. If there's nobody there, then I will try one of the doors.
As you lay your hand upon the door, it immediately makes a loud, like, struggle noise. You know, because of the weight of it, like it's struggling to move, but begins to slowly swing outward. Eventually opening just enough to allow you guys to enter, should you choose.
I'm gonna peer inside, see if I see anything.
Okay. When you peer inside, you see along the outside wall, like the far wall, because you're looking at it at an angle, so really this would be the right wall in the room. You can see 3 cages, each with a different species in it, of humanoid, slumped over, silent. You see a large brazier with light emanating from it, although you can see no flame or anything. You see a pedestal of sorts just inside the door with a glowing red gem affixed to it. Adjacent to that gem is a black marble carved, like Grim Reaper statue. And then between the large brazier and the 3 cages you can see is a dragon skull. You again hear the voice in your head. Enter, son of Talos.
I am going to enter the room.
Is everybody entering or just you?
What besides the door, what else are we looking at? Stairs.
Stairs and a really long drop.
Really long what?
Drop. Hollow tower, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if he had like decorations, if he had sconces,
Nope.
if he.
The only decorations you have seen at this point is the outside of those two doors with the hand-carved humanoid figurine holding the braziers.
Well, there's hand carved figurines holding the braziers. Like,
On the outside of the doors, yes.
yes. Okay. So. Okay, I'm gonna do an investigation check.
Okay. What are you looking for?
A spot to stash that on those braziers.
Yeah, there's
I-
it's hand carved and it's finely detailed, but there's some nooks and crannies on it.
Okay, so yeah, if it's got a good hiding spot for that thing, I would nudge Pan and then kind of point it out to him.
Okay.
When he points that out to me, I will stick it in there.
Giggity.
If he starts to reach without even trying to be sneaky about it, I'm gonna be like, dude, try and do it without being, nobody should see this.
Oh, okay. Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage because Taddy's helping?
Yeah, I feel like this would be a no, like this.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Did you
God
not
for the
know?
advantage.
Right.
Yeah, so you go to reach, and you've never done sneaky shit before,
Clearly.
and you are like death gripping this thing between your index finger and your thumb, and your hands are so sweaty, and this thing's made of metal, and it like squeezes out like a bar of soap in the shower, and you oh, and catch it and just like push it up against the door with a soft, and then. And when you look back at it, it's gone. Taddy, watching the whole ordeal, you would have seen him do the fumble, heard the pop, and you would have watched the amulet as soon as it connected, basically adhere to it, and then like turn to a liquid, kind of like Terminator 2. The antagonist is the liquid metal, so it kind of like turns into liquid and spreads out and then changes color to match.
I lean over to Pan after he's done and be like, "That's the first time you've done that, huh?" and giggle
I
and
made
just
it
start
look
walking.
so easy.
Yeah, okay, bud. All right, so yeah, that's it. I guess we're now shuffling behind Odie.
Okay. Anybody not going in?
I have my hesitations, but I'll go in. I am not son of Talos, but
Okay.
he let us all in so far, so.
You all step in. The door remains cracked, revealing this long chamber in front of you. At the far end, near the seat, sits an elderly male. When he sees you, he waves his hand, and the two lion individuals that were standing there begin making their way towards the door. You would recognize the one, Odes, as the one who delivered the note to you. But they come up to you, kind of stop and look at all of you and sniff, and then walk right past you and out the door, which then creaks and closes behind them. The man's voice fills the chamber. It's the same voice that was in your head, but much older. Hearing it out loud. Approach, son of Talos.
Otis will start moving forward.
Is everybody else going with or staying where you are?
Patty will follow.
I'm gonna follow.
Keep a distance, so.
Like 15 feet behind him?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be all up on him because this is his show, not mine.
Okay. What's Ticka Ticka doing?
Oh, yeah. She's here playing.
Yeah.
What would you like to? Sorry, we have to use one microphone right now.
Just haven't heard from her in a while.
Could you use Discord
He
on your
says she
phone,
followed.
maybe?
Well, they're sitting right next to each other sharing the computer, so using the
Yeah,
one Discord is fine, but...
He said Tika follows.
Okay. Silt?
I'm gonna post myself next to the door here.
Okay. Yas is going to stay with you. What's Pan doing?
I'm gonna stay back. I have pissed off enough demons for one night.
Fair enough. As you all kind of take in the room as you watch, as you move or stay wherever you're going, you've got the large braziers that I'm pinging right now. They all have embers in them, just enough to provide light, but not enough to really illuminate the room. These are the pedestals with the orange glowing crystal I described. The black marble statues adjacent. Dragon skulls. And each of these cages has some form of humanoid in it. Some playable race. They are all quiet, just sitting in the cage, like sulking. For those of you approaching across the room, when you get across the room, you'll note there's a stack of bones here, as well as some like comfortable rugs and pillows. Very like Arabic looking. The throne itself is about 5 feet up from the ground floor. Just steps leading up to it. And it has 4 purple crystals around it. And then there's a big ass pit right in the middle of the room. How close are you getting, Odes?
I'm assuming the movement is to scale, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's like, what is that? Almost 200 feet away, probably. Probably to there. I mean, obviously walking around the giant hole in the ground
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Okay. So as you get closer, you get a better look at this guy. He clearly has some elven features to him, but he is old. He wears almost ceremonial robes, on the chest of which is the symbol of Asmodeus, which you guys are familiar with. He doesn't rise or move. As you approach, he speaks again. Let me guess. Your master Lorat sent you to gloat that he won the bargain and the invasion has begun.
Can we hear this back there?
I'm gonna call you and Pan to make perception checks. It's a pretty low DC, but it is a big room, and he's not trying to be loud or anything.
That not go.
It went. Pan,
Okay.
Jeremy, can you make a perception check for me?
Above table, I'm just gonna put this out there. I know that name, and I hate this guy already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just as long as that's out there. Okay.
Oh, you all instantly recognize the name Lorat, with the exception of Tika Tika.
We do?
Jeremy, you with us, bud?
Yeah, sorry, I was using the little artificer's room.
It's all good. Just make a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get into it in 1 second. Let's see if Pan hears this. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you all heard him say, let me guess. Your master Lorat sent you to gloat that he won the bargain and the invasion has begun. The name Lorat instantly clicks. Because Pan, you have met him firsthand. You know your father's relationship and hatred towards Lorat. And you all sat when the Friday campaign ended. You all sat with the Friday characters and they told you the entire story of how they ended up here. So names were thoroughly discussed.
I'm gonna say above table. I'm not super familiar with who Lorat is. So if I say something wrong, please correct me.
Were you around for the Astral Sea part of Friday's campaign? No, you were after that.
No.
Lorat was
he's
the
one of the asshole warlocks trying to merge the worlds.
Lorat was the
Mhm.
one that Fitz had the hard on for decapitating, and he kept not dying by various
Yeah,
means.
I've killed him twice.
Gotcha.
Killed him twice.
Quote, quote.
So yeah, I'm gonna rely on my partners. If I say something that's since we know who Lorat is pretty well, if I say something that's incorrect, please correct me on this. But Otis is just gonna look at him, and he's just gonna kind of like turn his head to the side, just kind of with that like look of like, I mean, sure. And that's all he's gonna say to him.
Well, have at it then. Do your master's gloating, so I can kill you and get you out of my city.
Well.
Any day now.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't really know where to go with this one.
Is Odessa in game? Is he pausing?
Yeah, for a moment, because for me personally, I don't know where to go with this one
Yeah.
for now.
So take an above table moment with the rest of the party, fill in blanks, and then we'll pick it up again.
Well, if Odessa is pausing for any appreciable amount of time, and like if everybody's just standing, I guess I would take the initiative to cast fly on myself and fly up into that motherfucker's face and just try to intimidate him with an intimidation roll. Because you know what? Those were a lot of damn stairs. You don't make me climb stairs and then just threaten to kill us.
Go ahead and set your movement.
Well, I would go into the center first and then straight over.
Okay. So OD above table, the warlocks were trying to get the crystals of power to essentially take all the different worlds, i.e., the Shadow Fae, Underworld, everywhere, and merge them all into one. Lorat was one of the wizards. Seraph was another wizard. There was
Warlock, not wizard.
or warlocks. Sorry, warlocks.
It's okay.
So
Yeah.
these were like
So basically, the patrons of these three warlocks made a deal that they were going to merge all the different levels of reality, all the multiverse, into one verse. And they had tried doing so a few hundred years before the Fridays campaign took place. And some adventurers back then sacrificed themselves to trap the three warlocks in soul cages, basically. Crystal imprisonments. Through a series of unfortunate events, the Friday party on their first mission actually facilitated the escape of the first warlock, which then spiraled into him freeing the other two warlocks from their prison. At the conclusion of Friday's campaign, the three warlocks were using some unknown magic to finalize the multiversal compression. And that's when they got propelled into the future, nearly 1,000 years.
you can think of these guys as the Legion of Doom.
Kind of, yeah. That'd be pretty accurate. So hearing the name Lorat, you would know that he was one of the three warlocks. You guys aren't supposed to know this guy's name yet, by the way.
So basically, when he said Lorat sent you to gloat, he essentially was telling you like, so the bet I made with Solomon Grundy didn't work out, or it didn't work out. So Solomon Grundy won. Now, go ahead, do your gloating.
Yeah. So you guys have no idea who you're talking to right now, even though you can see his name.
Yeah.
And you know who he is. But he is under the impression that you guys work for Lorat. Does that kind of fill you in good enough, Brad?
A little bit here and there. So I'm still trying to figure out where to go with this. But
I have a question. With my perception roll, did it seem to me, because obviously I heard Lorat.
Yeah.
And just the way he was talking, does it seem like he harbors a great deal of anger towards Lorat?
He definitely wasn't pleased with the fact that Lorat won the bet and got to run his invasion. That much is obvious. Make an insight check. Try and get some more. Beyond that, Silt, were you dashing your way across the room while flying? So 120 feet per second?
I mean, I'd be trying to get up there as quick as I could. So,
So fair to say you were using your action to dash up there?
yeah.
Okay. You get right where you're at, actually, and feel a sharp pain. The rest of you see Silt just fly full speed into a arcane wall, essentially. You are going to take a little bit of impact damage due to the speed you were traveling at, and you kind of get bounced back about 5 feet. Pan, with your insight check, you catch undertones of he really doesn't care for the guy, for Lorat. It's like talking about a rival. Having hit the force field Silt, he'll kind of look at you and go, "So we're assassins then, are we? You should know better than that. Your master should know better than that. Breaks every treaty we've ever had." And he raises his hand, and arcane energy starts to swirl in his fingertips.
Anne's gonna yell at, hang on a second.
I would also answer that. Because, no.
So what do you say, Silt?
I would just say, we're not here to kill you. And Lorat is not my master. But also, like, I would, whenever my next turn economy refreshes, I would.
So you say that, and Pan yells out from the back of the room. And the arcane energy he has prepared in his hand, he just kind of like closes his hand into a fist, and it disappears. He goes, "Then I think you should explain yourselves a little better."
Do you know where Lorat's at? Because I know a guy that really, really wants to make sure the killing sticks. Then you could have his section too.
Little one, approach. You are so far away.
I'll motion Sir Waddles forward. Kind of walk up to him.
You can move yourself if you don't want to be right there, but that's where I'm going to put you. Otis, what are you up to?
Otis is gonna walk up behind Silt and agree and say that he's no master of any of ours.
Then do explain why you carry his emblem. The emblem of his lord.
I'm gonna take the emblem out and at this point toss it at the feet of whoever this guy is and tell him if he wants it, he can have it.
I want it not. It means nothing to me.
Means nothing to me. Took it off of some.
Lorat's patron is that of the god Talos. You carry his symbol, which is why I summoned you here.
I carry a symbol.
Do
Happens to be
care
his
to
symbol.
explain why you carry the emblem of Talos if you do not worship him?
Yeah. Yeah, do you care to explain that, Odie?
I mean,
I was waiting
Fair.
for somebody to speak up on it.
Fuck you, Pan. With the most love. I'm gonna look at him and tell him I could have been from anywhere. Maybe I bought it from a passing. God, why can I not think today? A passing merchant, or maybe I once was the follower of Talos myself, and maybe I took it off of one of his fanatics. As
It would be
they
hard tried to find one of those emblems here, seeing as this is not his domain to rule, and that symbol is outcast here. In fact, you're lucky it was one of my men who noticed it, and not one of the city enforcers, or you would have been slain on the spot.
Well, I mean, for not being welcomed here, you sure welcomed us straight into you.
I welcome nobody. As your friend so eagerly found out as he gestures to you, Silt, I have enough protections. Excuse me. I worry not for 7 lowly mortals.
I'd ask Grand Tempest in my brain at this point if he knows this guy. While they were having that conversation.
So, Otis would ask, if you don't worry about lowly mortals, then why all of the...
It's just been going on like that the whole time, so very softly.
Well, okay. So I would have asked for follow-up much quicker than at whatever point he had started that.
So you still have no clue who you're talking to.
Correct.
But ever since the mention of Lorat's name, that's what he's been doing. It's been like an under his breath sort of thing.
So he's not responding to my queries for further information?
You can ask him. Whisper it and I'll respond if necessary. I'm sorry, Brad, go ahead.
Otis would just say if he's not worried of lowly mortals, then why so much protection, Mr. Nobody?
Because it's not just mortals that can get to me. You've been through the city. You've seen the legion of demons and fiends alike. If my eyes and ears tell the truth, I believe one of your friends had a close encounter with one of them. Not that that one in particular worries me, but if enough of them get riled up, try to take what isn't rightfully theirs, my defenses give me a pure moment to react.
Odd place for a guy to build his building, then. Dab smack in the world of torture and pain and the very beings that he's afraid of.
This is my master's land. I am simply its caretaker, as promised by my agreement thousands of years ago. Trust me, if it were up to me, nothing here would live.
Well, that sounds like a very Asmodeus thing to say.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You could forget that last part.
So do you know where the rat is?
I would assume he is within his domain. Unless, of course, he's leading his assault forces himself. Last I heard from my spies, though, he found himself a new general. Maybe he trusts him.
It does seem very rat-like to leave all that up to somebody else. Just collect the glory.
I don't know. It's his domain, it's his war, it's his problem. I'm just pissed that he fucking beat my champion.
You're a champion?
Well, that was the bet. One-on-one combat for the rights of invasion. I lost. Well, my champion lost.
Sounds like you didn't have a very good champion.
It is irrelevant. I still long to understand why you are here, carrying the emblem of one of my rivals.
I am simply here, as I have told people before. I'm just gonna let out a yawn and stretch. And then look back at him. I'm simply here to learn the effective methods of torture here in hell.
And you felt it necessary to disguise yourself with this emblem to do so?
I did not disguise myself.
You carry the emblem.
I carry the emblem. And what were the instructions? And I'm going to look back. Or actually, I'll look over. Because all of us were there at the pier, right? When they told us to disclose those items. At some point, all right, so to move forward then, Otis would say, is it not standard practice for those who come into hell to disclose if they have any religious items or magic items that are powerful, if I recall that correctly?
It is standard practice when traveling abroad to know the laws of the location you are traveling to. If you had done so, you would know that that emblem is illegal and punishable by death.
That emblem suddenly lets out a loud fart.
Oh, that's right. I
He
forgot.
like looks at it in disgust. That's atrocious.
I made it
And
do
that's-
that.
So wait, what was the last word that he said? Or the last phrase he said?
That was atrocious as he's looking
No.
at the emblem.
Other than that, before that.
You would know that the emblem is illegal and possession of it is punishable by death.
Then why is it that when I showed it to the individual that asked me to disclose it, that I was not taken right there?
Because that
Instead-
individual works directly for me. Who do you think informed me that you were here?
So you waited this long.
I've had eyes on you since the moment you stepped foot and revealed yourself. You would not have been able to accomplish anything without my knowing it. This is my city, after all.
Otis yawns again. Look, take it, leave it, I don't care. It's of no use to me, it has no meaning to me. I told you why I'm here. You're the one that summoned me. If it's over the stupid trinket, take the trinket. You simply asked me to disclose it when I got here, I disclosed it. You didn't want to kill me at the beginning, so be it. I'm here now.
So you are
Pass your judgment or not.
solely here to learn the ways of torture. That's it.
No.
What?
At this point, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say quietly under my breath, Sarif,
It's pronounced Soruf.
Soruf.
You
I
would
would pronounce it correctly because, yeah.
You know that.
So you say that to me, correct?
No, I say it to him.
He kind of tilts his gaze towards you. Yes.
I used him to get here.
And who might you be?
That doesn't matter.
I believe introductions are appropriate. You know my name, but I know not yours.
Fair's fair. I am called Silt in this world.
In this world, what other worlds are they?
Wouldn't you know?
Of course I know. I was there at the convergence. I know for a fact this is the only world.
Mm-hmm. Presently.
Now, dear Silt, what use do you need for the guise of a son of Talos to get you into my presence?
I'm here for a soul.
There are many. You need not my attention for that. Simply the coin
I'm here
and a purchase.
for a particular soul.
And let me guess, you think pleading with the master of the lands will grant you the guise and control to find and collect it?
I have no intention to plead with you.
Then why do you stand before me for the soul?
I had presumed you were a fair type that was willing to deal.
If you have something worth offering and the soul is in my possession, perhaps a deal can be struck.
And what do you want?
But that depends on the nature of the soul. And again, offers come first. Helps gauge how serious you are about the soul.
Above table. I have no idea what a soul is worth.
Doesn't have to be above table for that particular statement.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. Look, I don't know what this dude wants.
Tika.
Hold on,
Oh.
Tika's got something.
Tika. Tika would notice the awkward stuff and she would go, "What's the cost? What's the cost?"
Perfect. Mm,
He kind of glanced past you, Silt, at Tika. Like, well, that is the question, my feathered friend. You know the soul you are after. You should know its value. And you should be able to make an equitable offer for it.
okay, so I'm just gonna think this through, not in game, but so he doesn't like Lorat very much, correct? They don't hate each other, but they're
You all would have picked up the mild distaste when he mentioned Lorat won the bet and was talking about Odess being there to gloat on his behalf. Pan is the only one who did an insight check, though.
what?
And in what?
You're the only one who did an insight check and know the full depth of distaste there.
Okay. Okay. I guess what I'm going to offer him is just presuming he doesn't like to lose a bet. And so I'm offering to in a vague way. I don't know how to do it because I don't know how to talk to people, but in a vague way, I'd be offering to like go get back at Lorette or go spy on him or
So something like
whatever.
We make sure
Perhaps.
Lorat loses his war.
Yeah.
something
Yeah, like, you know, like I know I'm just a puny little mortal, but a flea can be really fucking annoying and can drive you absolutely crazy and possibly give you some sort of disease if it's the right flea.
Okay.
And maybe I would say that because I'm a cat and perhaps I know what fleas are.
Silt just said she doesn't bathe properly.
Why do you think I bathe so properly now? Uncle Desmond.
So taking what you said loosely, because in game you probably would have said it a different way, being the super charismatic Silt that you are.
Yes.
He would respond, so you would enter into a form of a mercenary contract under my leadership in exchange for this soul?
I'm going to check in real quick with Grand Tempest just to gauge that. Just to gauge the temperature in the room here.
What do you mean? Elaborate
Like,
for me a little bit.
I'm going to. I want his input before I make decisions. Whether or not I listen to them is one thing, but it's going to be like I don't need anything. I'm not looking for verbose things, but like oh hell no, or
Hold on one
any.
second. My headset's dying. I gotta switch to the microphone. Can you guys still hear me all right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cutting out a little bit, but
I
not
can't
bad.
hear you. Hold on. All right, say something real quick. There we go. Are you getting feedback at all?
I think there was a little, but not now.
Okay. I'll move my mic away from the speakers and closer to my face for a bit then. Grand Tempest would respond with some variant of fuck, you're talking about making a deal with a devil. Devil contracts are notoriously twisted. I understand why you would need to, just be extremely careful.
Okay. With that in mind, I would proceed.
Above table, you know how devil's deals are, right? Like there's clauses and subclauses and hidden tricks and meanings, and it's very much a read the fine print situation on any deal you make with anybody.
Okay.
It's like a D&D wish.
No. It's just a read the contract.
What checks are used to read the contract to make sure you're getting all the...
When you start talking about the details of the contract, maybe insight, maybe just a straight intelligence check, just to make sure you fully understand all of the aspects of the deal.
Okay. Fuck it.
If you don't sit here and verbatim negotiate the contract with me, which you're very welcome to do, and you want to streamline it and make checks instead, that would be how we would go about it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'd probably roll higher than I would be able to use my brain after like a week of not sleeping very well. So.
Okay.
Okay, so well, I would answer him that yes, but made sure that he knew that it's just me, not anybody else in the room.
That can be a valid point of the arrangement.
Am I waiting for him to agree to it?
He just agreed that it would be a deal between you and him.
Okay, so he's
He's okay
offer.
with that.
Okay, then I would tell him what soul I wanted. I would say.
What's her name? What's her full name?
I don't know her full name.
Alan?
What's her name? I'll never forget her.
Well, I know her first name.
The CL Ranger known as Gallon?
Becca, did you ever tell Gallon's full name to everybody?
It was
Nope.
never up there, so I presume not.
Becca says nobody asked.
Okay. Some friends, right? Okay. So you give the name Gallon.
I heard you say that, and I was like, yeah, I died for them.
Don't even know my full name, man.
Well, maybe some people would prefer to have their full names not known, and that's the more friendly thing. Presumption I make.
So you say the name. He goes, a moment. And he closes his eyes and leans his head back. A minute goes by. Then 2.
Oni, you performed last rites for Gallon, right?
I did.
And you're pretty close with her. Is there a chance you would have known her full name?
I would not. That was not a conversation that her and I ever had.
Okay.
And 3 minutes goes by. 4. 7.
I'm going to land so I don't unceremoniously drop out of the sky.
Okay.
Helps her essence would be all over these mushrooms.
About 15 minutes passes. He opens his eyes and lifts his head up. I apologize for the delay. Given the multitude of souls, you can understand the delay in finding one particular one. She is here. Only her soul is here, though. We do not possess her physical body.
Correct.
It would appear she made a sacrificial... He kind of stops to think about it for a second. It was a ritualistic sacrifice of some sort, some ancient curse, which bound her soul to the plane of hell. When her soul arrived, it was distributed in accordance with our laws, and is now in possession of one of our torturers. By law, I cannot take the soul from him, which means you will have 2 options. Yes, little one?
gonna say, but you'll give us the name of the person we can kill for it?
I will do you one better. He's on his way here as we speak.
I have never had a murder victim bring themselves before. That is awesome.
I will warn you now. Do not murder him for the soul. It will violate our laws, and your life will be forfeit. Turns back to you, Silt. It will be at your discretion. You may bargain him for the soul. You may challenge him for the soul. You may... I don't know. Really, those are your only two options.
Look, I might challenge for the last soul at somebody else's turn.
Well, this agreement is between me and Silt, which means Silt must be the one to proceed. While he's on his way, how about you and I work out the finer details of our arrangement?
I believe our arrangement was for the soul.
And if I'm not mistaken, I am facilitating your collection of the soul.
Correct.
Which means you will still have to hold up your end of our agreement.
If I leave here with the soul.
Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the details. Do you want to talk it out, Katie, or do you want to just roll?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, gang?
I will say we will discuss the fine points of the contract, like the major points of the contract. Your role, I'm going to have you roll no matter what, but we'll discuss like the main points. If you want to discuss some of the minor points, we can. Otherwise, you can roll for them. Just to make sure you're not getting fucked over by some loophole, basically.
I mean,
And that's
I'd go over the details.
that's the big thing, is your rolls are going to be catching those little wording things that would be a loophole for him to fuck around with the contract, basically. So if you roll really good, you catch all of them. If you roll okay, there might be one or two you have to work around. If you roll shitty, you might have to jump through a lot of hoops later on.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I guess we can. I hate to take up a bunch of time talking through stuff, but.
Well, I will tell you right away that the main points of the contract, as you suggested, is he wants you to disrupt his invasion.
Sounds fun.
The big point of that is he cannot find out that you are in his service at all, ever, under any circumstances. Because that would violate treaty agreements. You can't kill him, because he wants him to live with the misery of losing.
How flexible are you on that point?
He is very firm on that point.
Listen, like, he's talking to me, not.
Shut up, Pan. No, have at it, Jeremy. I love your little quirks. And the invasion has to fail.
Okay.
Invasion of what?
Are you asking? In game?
No, well, I mean, if it's said out loud, then yeah.
Up to this point, all he has said is his invasion has to fail. You can't kill him because he wants him to live with the misery of failing. And he can't find out that you work for Sorif.
Okay, but who is the rat trying to invade?
Some little isolated island called Haven. One of the last unconquered lands since the merge.
Sounds important.
Okay.
So in game above table, you all just found out that he's invading home,
Yeah.
which you all kind of knew already. But
Which I thought maybe we could be parallel here for a while. Which is why I'm making a deal with the devil.
Yeah, now when you say she can't kill the rat, but like the general, any of his commanders, anything like that, we can freely slaughter, skin, and hang on the wall?
do whatever you wish with his followers. He has to live. So yeah, those are really the three major points of the deal. Now, if you would like to make insight is for discerning a person's mood and intentions. Investigation check, a straight intelligence check. Yeah, something.
With
Go ahead.
with help, will she be able to roll with advantage on that?
Yeah.
With my lawyers.
Yeah. I mean, and this contract is written out, so it's very clear that you're like combing through it.
So that is that a choice between the two? Is that what you're saying? Because it's
Yeah,
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
investigation, straight intelligence, or straight wisdom check.
Okay.
One of the three. And I'm going to have you roll in the tower
Okay.
with advantage because I'm sure other people are helping.
Here we go.
Okay. Speak into the microphone, please.
Would guidance apply to any of this?
It could. You could definitely slap her with some guidance as she goes to read. So, Katie, D4 in the tower.
Well, I kind of love it. I don't know.
It's frustrating, but it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You pour through your contract. And you point out a couple of things. Like, I don't like the wording on this. Kind of leaves it open to interpretation. And he revises it so it's more clear. And after about 30 minutes of going through it, you are pretty confident that you have a deal in front of you with minimal to no loopholes. In exchange for facilitating the leaving of Gallon's Hole with Gallon's Soul. And there is a clause in there that the contract is void and void if you do not leave with her soul.
Okay, that was what.
Yeah, because you had mentioned that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, would I know if you are supposed to sign these things with blood or does ink work?
Let's go with blood.
Then I would take my silvered claw, sign away.
As soon as you sign it, it kind of like flutters back to Soruf, and he makes a quill appear out of thin air, and he stabs it into the top of his hand and signs it as well. Rolls it up, places it in a little holder on the side of his throne. And as he places it, you can see he's got a number of other rolled parchments there. He goes, I'm glad we have a deal. Now for the entertaining part. And you hear the door open at the far end of the chamber. In walks a demon. Which looks very much like something you've seen before, Odess, in a brief vision you had. Just a humanoid shape, wrapped in chains, some of them dragging behind him, so the loud metallic metal on tile noise happens as he walks slowly forward, kneels, and says, You summoned me, my master. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
I know.
9 minutes left. We're not going to get into a second contract negotiation. So, in that 9 minutes, I would say that you would have had enough conversation with Soruf to know, you know, you can bargain for Galen's soul, or you can challenge him for it. So you can basically try to buy Galen's soul off of him, or you can fight him for it. Entirely your discretion there. If you do choose to fight him, it's you versus him, not everybody versus him. Yeah. You got any questions about that, Katie? The laws of hell that you may have discussed?
Nah, we'll take our bumps as they come up later.
Okay. Figure it out. Just making deals left and right. I love it.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Anybody got... We got 8 minutes technically still. Anybody got anything else before we cut it off?
Turn around, stare at the chain demon walking in. That's about it.
How tall is that guy?
He is 6-ish feet.
Okay.
Probably closer to 7, actually. It doesn't really say on the NPC charts, so... Yeah, somewhere between 6 and 7 feet. Is a notable figure in the crowd.
Yeah, fair.
So, all right. Well, thank everybody for coming to watch the stream tonight. We appreciate you as always, and we will see you back here next week, hopefully for Waters of the Deep. If not, another episode of the Golden Years. We'll see you then. Bye.